Hi, welcome to this class. It's going to be a 45-minute class and a smooth flow class with lots of vinyasas, lots of sun salutations, lots of movements to build some heat, to warm up as it's a cold January 2024. Enjoy the class, have a yoga strap handy, maybe some yoga blocks if you have them, and have fun. So coming to lying down, have your knees bent and your feet and your knees roughly hip width apart. And you can check by just popping your fist between your knees. Walk your feet in as close to your bottom as possible so you can touch the backs of your heels with your fingers. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale, relax the tops of the shoulders. Deep breath in through the nose. As you exhale, pull belly button up and in and push your lower back into the mat so hard that your butt cheeks just lift off the mat. And release the butt cheeks down. Inhale, pull belly button up and in and push about halfway up your back. So your bottom is completely off the mat. Exhale, roll the spine down and then rock the hips forward. Arch your back so your lower back's going to arch up. Inhale, flat back, roll up to the back of your shoulder blades. Exhale, rolling down, keep the butt cheeks lifted. As they lower, arching the back, rock hips forward. Inhale, flat back, roll up to the tops of your shoulders and pause. Pausing here, you can just stay here. You can bring your arms together underneath you, interlace fingers, roll onto the outer edges of your arms, and then push your hips up, arching your back. Tuck chin to chest, breathing here. And just keep pushing into the feet. Clench your butt cheeks, lifting up, push into your arms, arching the back. And then release the hands, and then slowly, one vertebra at a time, rolling down the spine, letting the hips come down and release. T-shape your arms, drop the knees one way, pause, turn head in the opposite direction. Engage your belly button, pull knees up to center, lower them the other way. Head turns in opposite direction. Engage that belly button, bring yourself back to neutral. Lift one leg up, lift the other leg up, point the toes, and then flex the toes down towards your face. Point, flex, and then rotate the ankles one way. Nice big circles, and the other way. Nice big circles, and then pause. Pull the toes down towards you, push the heels up. Legs as straight as you can get them. Draw belly button up and in, push your lower back into the mat, and slowly bring the legs wide out to a straddle as far as they will go. Now, pull belly button up and in and bring them back up together, keeping feet flexed all the time. So you're going to lower them out wide and then bring them back in, working the inner thigh. So lower them down, bring them back in. 2 more times, lowering wide, bringing back in. 1 more time, lower them wide and pause here. Turn the feet, rotate them so the toes are down and the heels are up. Really pull those toes in tightly towards you. And then for the count of 10, we're going to bring the legs up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Legs are together, hands behind the thighs. Draw the thighs down to the chest and start rocking and rolling up and down your spine a few times. And we're going to try and come up into a Navasana, boat pose. Release the arms, reaching the arms, point the toes. Pausing here, look between your hands. Reach the arms longer, but pull the shoulders down and away from the ears. And we're staying here for another 5. Clench your tummy muscles. 4, 3, 2, 1. Cross the feet at the ankles and coming to your seated pose. Hands on the knees. Grow your spine long. Shoulders are down. And just gently hinge forwards, coming forwards between your knees. And then chin to chest, Arch your lower back as you draw back up, and then lifting the head. Seated cat-cow. Coming forwards, pulling on the knees, draping over your legs, chin to chest. Start coming back with the lower back first, arching the lower back, and then coming upright. One more time, coming forwards. Reach, 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 drop chin to chest. Lead with the lower back, C-shape the back as you come back up. And this time, lift the head up, reach the arms out, reach them up to the ceiling. And then turn the hands, the palms are outwards, bring them to your sides, fingers facing forwards, lean back into your hands. You can stay here or lift the hips coming up. Push your hips up to the ceiling for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower your hips down, uncross your legs, cross them the other way, bringing your hands in front of you, sliding them away from you as you fold forwards, long arms, chin to chest. Don't let the hips lift. Breathing here, pull your shoulders away from the ears. And then walking the hands back towards you, hands either side, uncross your legs, coming to your reverse tabletop, lifting up, push into the hands, push into the feet, squeeze your butt cheeks. Can you get those hips a little bit higher? 5 more, 4 more, 3 more, 2 more, 1 more. Lower the hips, crossing at the ankles, rolling over to all fours, knees under hips, hands under shoulders. Lower the belly, lift the tailbone. Pushing into hands and knees, arching up, and then releasing to your cow. Inhaling up. Exhale, release. On your next inhale, arching up, tuck your toes and pushing to a down dog with bent knees, crouching dog. Push your belly towards your thighs, pushing into the hands, and then start to straighten the legs, and then alternate legs, pushing one heel and then the other to the mat, twisting at the hips, maybe looking underneath the opposite arm, easing things out. And now start to really twist at the waist, twisting at the hips, rotating, looking underneath one arm and the other. And then pausing in your downward facing dog. Look between your hands, bend the knees, walking up to your hands, chin to chest as you slowly, slowly roll up. Arms lifting out, lifting up, and hands to heart center. Bring your arms to the side. Inhale, one arm out to the side, lifting up and oops, hitting your light and folding, going one way. Inhale, windmill the arms and fold the other way. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale, and we're going to pause here. Can you reach that arm further? Can you bring the bicep to your ear? Can you extend the bend? And then firing up your core, lifting up to the other side one last time. Bicep to ear, coming a little deeper. And inhaling up, bringing your hands behind you. Interlace fingers, squeeze those shoulder blades together. Inhale, looking up, and exhale with soft knees, folding over, forward fold, arms coming up and over, breathing here. Deep inhale. As you exhale, can you come a little deeper? Deep breath in. As you exhale, can you straighten your legs a little bit more? Deep breath in. As you exhale, can you bring the arms just a little bit more overhead? And then pushing into your feet, bending the knees, bringing yourself back up. Release the hands, bringing them out, bringing them up and releasing to heart center. Bringing your arms to the side, just starting to twist from the waist, letting the arms swing, and then start going a bit faster. Really let the arms just swing out and flap, and you're kind of slapping yourself a bit with your hands as they just flap around like spaghetti, turning your head maybe, see how it feels, building a little bit of heat here, and then slowing it down and coming to the top of your mat, and let's start to flow. So big toes touch, heels apart, arms are down, kneecaps are squeezing up, fronts of thighs are up, little pelvic tilt, inhaling out and up, pull that belly up and in as you exhale, swan dive, hands either side of the feet. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, step the right foot back, lower the knee, coming to a lunge, sink hips forwards. And then hands flat, tuck toes, back to your plank. Lower the knees, chest and chin. Slide to your baby cobra. Push to the knees, tuck toes, downward facing dog. Right leg lifts up high, three-legged dog. Looking forward, sweep or move it between your hands, lower the left knee, sink hips forwards. And then tucking toes, stepping forward to your fold, hands flat. Inhale, reverse your swan dive. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhaling out and up. Exhale, swan dive, hands to the mat. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Step the left foot back. Left hand stays down. Right arm lifts to your twist. Push the heel away. And then right hand to the mat. Step back to your plank. Knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Cobra or up dog. And meeting in downward facing dog. Left leg lifts up, three-legged dog. Looking forward, sweep it between your hands. Left arm lifts to a twist. Breathing here. And then left hand to the mat, step forward to your fold, nose to knees. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhaling and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Step the right foot back, the left foot back, take your plank. Knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Lowering, hug the elbows to your rib cage. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Meeting in downward facing dog. Right leg lifts up high, three-legged dog. Look forward, sweep or step it between your hands. Left foot comes forward to join it in your fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive. And exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale. Exhale, swan dive. Nice. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, left foot back, right foot back. Knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Cobra or up dog. Meeting in down dog. Left leg lifts up, three-legged dog. Looking forward, sweep it between your hands. Right foot joins it in your fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive. And exhale, hands to heart center. Take a moment, breathe, close your eyes. Lift your toes up, spread them wide. Place them down. Pushing into your feet, drawing up ankles, calves, shin, knees, thighs, lifting. Shoulders are down. Inhale out and up for your back bend. And exhale, swan dive. Bring your hands in front of your feet. We're going to jump back. So have your hands shoulder width. Bend your knees, belly and chest are on your thighs. Lift on the inhale, lift your head, look forward. As you exhale, jump back to your plank. Pausing in plank, walk the toes in. Heels away, arms are strong, shoulders are strong. Pausing here. And we're going to chaturanga together. So come up onto the top of your big toe. Clamp your biceps either side of your chest. And hinging at the elbows, super slowly, lowering down. And then a hover. Don't come down all the way for 3, for 2, for 1. Inhale, sliding to your up dog. Pausing in up dog. Look over one shoulder. Back to center. Other shoulder. Back to center. And then roll over your toes to come back to your downward facing dog. Right foot stays down, left leg lifts up high, three-legged dog. Looking forward, sweep, step, or move the foot between your hands and coming up, warrior one. So thinking about your train tracks, hips and shoulders facing forwards, back leg as straight as you can get it. Bend the front knee and straighten, bend, straighten, and then sinking deep into your warrior one. Check the back leg is as straight as you can get it. Squeeze the kneecap and the thigh. Draw right hip forward as you sink, releasing the arms out and up, dropping to your warrior one. Straighten the arms, pull the shoulders away from the ears. Sink a little deeper perhaps. Have a look down. Can you see your big toe? If you can't, just move the knee out of the way a little bit. Alignment here. And then bringing your arms wide, bringing them behind you, interlace fingers, squeeze the shoulder blades together. As you exhale, folding forwards, left shoulder inside left knee, arms coming up and over. As you come to your humble warrior, breathing here. Deep breaths in and out. And then slowly release your hands either side of the left foot. Pivot the right heel off the mat. Left arm lifting up to your twist. Breathe. Reach the arm up, straighten the arms. Spread the fingers wide. And then bringing your left hand to the mat, can you straighten your left leg? You might want to come to fingertips or put your blocks under your hands here. See how it feels, see how you go. And then draw the right hip forward, left hip back. And then see if you can bend your elbows and bring your belly, your chest over your thigh, nose to knee with straight legs. Working on getting the legs as straight as you can. Breathing here. On your next inhale, bend the knee, step back, take your plank. Chaturanga together, up on the top of your big toes, biceps to your rib cage. As you slowly lower, and we're going to hover for 3, for 2, for 1, coming to your up dog. Look over one shoulder, over the other shoulder. We'll have a rest in a minute, I promise. Inhaling up to downward facing dog, right leg lifting up high, three-legged dog. Looking forward, sweep the foot between your hands or move it. Coming up, warrior one on the other side. Arms lifting, legs, front knee bending, hips are facing forward, shoulders are forward. Looking up between your hands. Can you straighten that back leg? Squeeze that left kneecap. Straighten that back leg as much as you can. Straighten the arms, but pull the shoulders away from the ears. And then slowly bringing your arms behind you, interlace fingers, squeeze the shoulders together. As you fold forwards, shoulder inside knee, bringing the arms up, breathing in. Beautiful. Can you straighten your arms a little bit? Can you squeeze your shoulder blades together just a little bit more? And releasing the hands, bringing the left heel off the mat, right arm lifting up as you twist up, looking up, straightening the arms, spread the fingers, breathing here. And then right hand outside right foot, come to fingertips or use your blocks, straightening that right leg. Get it as straight as you can, pull the right hip back, and then bending elbows outwards, lower belly and chest over that thigh, nose to knee. Breathing here, relax the shoulders. After all my Christmas food and drink, my belly appears to reach my thigh sooner than it did before Christmas. Oy, oy, oy. Can you straighten that leg a teeny weensy bit more? And then bending the knees. Onto hands, step back, take your plank. Lower the knees, bring them nice and wide. Bring the big toes together. Lower the hips and sink down. Wide leg child pose. Relax the shoulders. Maybe rotate your wrists if your wrists are feeling it. Just relax down for a few moments. Catch your breath. Release the wrists, the shoulders. Breathing in. And on your next inhale, lift your head, spread your fingers wide, tuck toes, and we're back in our downward facing dog. Give the legs just a little pedal. And then pushing chest to thighs, can you lower both heels? In your beautiful inverted V shapes, lift the hips. Looking forward, softening the knees, walk, step, or jump to the top of your mat to a deep fold. Inhale, reverse that swan dive, arms coming up, hands to heart center. Shuffle your feet together, heels touching, inner edges of the feet touching, ankles, knees together, zipping up your inner legs. Getting ready for our chair pose, arms by your side, palms facing backwards as arms come back. Exhale, sinking down to your deep chair pose. Pull the shoulders away from the ears as the hips lower. Reach the arms longer, looking between your hands, breathing here, holding it here, and then folding forwards to your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, step or jump back to your plank. Left hand under left shoulder, pivoting onto your left foot, right arm lifting in your side plank. If it's too much, bring the left knee down. Otherwise, trying to stay in your full side plank, reaching the right arm up, breathing here, looking up to the hand, or bringing the bicep over to the ear, perhaps. See how it feels. And then coming to your full side plank, we're going to switch straight to the other side. Right hand under right shoulder, left arm lifts. Bring right knee to the mat if it's too strong. Otherwise, staying in full side plank. Maybe bicep to the ear. Breathing here, holding it here, strengthening here. And then both hands to the mat, Chaturanga Dandasana, up onto the top of your big toe. Hinging at the elbows, slowly, slowly lowering. Pausing for 3, for 2, for 1. Inhale, that's so hard. Inhale, cobra or up dog. And we'll meet in our downward facing dog. Give the legs a pedal. And then pausing in your still downward dog. Left leg lifting up high, 3-legged dog. Looking forward, step or move it between your hands. Bring the right heel down and pivoting up, warrior 2. So warrior 2, left toes are forwards. Right foot heel is further back than your toes. Hips are over shoulders facing to the side. Maybe slide your feet even wider apart. And then bending and straightening, keeping the hips over the shoulders. Nice. And then coming into your full warrior 2. Check the back foot's further back than the heel is further back than the toes. Squeeze that right kneecap, get that leg straight. Firm core as arms reach out. Reach them long, shoulders are down. And then gaze towards your front middle finger. And maybe sink a little deeper. Looking for that lovely 90-degree bend in the front knee. Flip that front palm, reverse your warrior. Reaching up and over. Breathe. And then back to your warrior 2. Side angle, left forearm to thigh, right arm up. Option 1. Option 2, hand to the mat or on a block. Option 3, left arm underneath you, right arm behind you, taking a bind. Keep that front knee nice and bent. Maybe looking up to the ceiling or down to the floor. See what feels best for you today. And if you've got your hands in a bind, bring left hand to the floor, right hand to the ceiling. Bring right hand to the mat, keep both feet down and lift left arm. Reversing the twist here. And then bring hands either side of the foot, step back, take your plank. Knees, I'll let you do knees, chest, chin if you're getting tired. Otherwise, chaturanga and a hover for 3, 2, 1. Cobra or up dog. Meeting in our downward facing dog. Left leg lift, right leg lifts up high, 3-legged dog. Looking forward, sweep, step. The foot between your hands, warrior 2. On the other side. And again, picturing your tightrope. Back foot heel is further back than the toes. Hips are aligned over shoulders. Maybe bringing the feet a bit wider apart, bending that front knee, releasing the arms. Trying to get into that beautiful bend and then gazing towards your right middle finger. Draw the shoulders down and away from ears. Breathe here. Can you sink a little deeper? And then flip the right hand, reverse your warrior, up and over, reaching, stretching out the right side body, and coming back, warrior two. Right forearm to thigh, left arm lifts, option one. Option two, hand to the floor or the block. And option three, taking your bind behind you, either looking up to the ceiling or down towards your right foot. See what's going to feel nicest for you here. And then to come out of it, if you're in a bind, bring right hand to the mat. Bring left hand to the mat. Don't lift your feet, but right arm lifts to a twist. Looking up, rotating your twist. And then lifting the left heel, step back, take your plank. Knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Cobra or up dog. Meeting in downwards facing dog. Pushing chest to thighs. Looking forward, walk, step, or jump to the top of your mat. Feet together, knees together. Deep fold, bend the knees. Inhale, arms up behind you, palms facing up. Bring the arms up as high as they'll go. And as you exhale, chair pose. Hips sinking, arms lifting, shoulders down and away from the ears. Breathing here. Can you sink your hips a little deeper? Can you reach your arms a little longer? And then coming upright, hands to heart center, arms to the side, taking a breather and grabbing your strap if you need it. You might need it, you might not. So I'm going to stand near my fireplace and we're going to start off with a tree pose, bringing it down a notch, catch your breath. So starting off on the right foot, lift the toes, spread them wide, rounding down. Option one, heel to ankle. Option two, foot to the inner calf. Or option three, foot to the inner thigh. Get that core fired up. Look at something in front of you that's not moving. Bringing your hands to heart center. Catch your breath. And then growing the branches, shoulders are down and away from the ears. Breathing here. Can you straighten your arms a bit more? Can you pull your shoulders down? Can you lengthen in the spine? Breathe. Focus on the thing that's not moving. And then slowly bring the hands to heart center. Bring the knee forward, release, and give everything a shake. Setting up for the other side. I come off the mat for standing balances. For me, it's much easier. Again, option one, two, or three. Choose the level. If the foot's on your calf, make sure it's below the knee and not on the knee. If it's on the thigh, make sure it's above the knee. Focus on something that's not moving as hands come to heart center. Grow those branches, shoulders down. Focus on your balance. I was reading an article in the news today about how to live longer, be a healthy older person. And one of the most important things to do every day are standing balances. So maybe one leg while you're brushing your teeth or waiting for the kettle to boil or making a coffee or, I don't know, whatever it is you're doing. Just practice, practice, practice. Breathing here. Can you straighten your arms? Can you pull the shoulders down? Maybe pull belly button up and in a little bit more without losing your balance. And releasing the arms, bringing the knee forward and release it all. Next, we're going to do the Ashtanga leg raise, and I'm going to use the strap because it's not that it makes it easier, but I can come deeper into the pose and you might find the same. So have the strap around the ball of your left foot, right hand
to right hip. Round the standing leg. Focus on something in front of you that's not moving, and then lift the knee. Extend the leg, bringing the foot as high as you can, hip height if possible. Now, at this point, you might feel wobbly, so either touch a wall or something, or bring the right arm out as a counterbalance as you then bring the left leg out to the side. Try and get the leg up as high as it will go. Try and straighten the standing leg, breathing here, holding this here for another 5, 4, 3, a bit higher maybe, 2, 1. Bring the leg forwards, hold and release. So the strap will just get the leg up higher because it's quite hard to reach the big toe. So this is just going to help to come deeper into the pose. If you're not enjoying it with the strap, just hold the knee and just do a hip opener like that. But otherwise, sticking with this, it's good to challenge yourself. So grounding the left leg, left hand to left hip, fire up that core. Inhale, bend the knee, and then straightening the leg, getting the leg as high as you can, coming out to the side and maybe left arm reaching out to counterbalance you, holding that balance. Can you straighten the standing leg a tiny bit more? Can you lift the foot? Not like me. If you come out of it, just come straight back into it. Although it's easier to come into it if your leg's out in front, first of all. Lifting up, reaching up with the hand. Another 5, another 4, 3, 2, 1. Foot back forwards and release. And give everything a nice little shake before we set up for our dancer's pose. Standing on the right leg. Now, I know yoga teacher, I always say, knees together and then bend the foot back, grab the foot. I can't do that. I have to bring my leg out and then bend it to grab the foot and then put the knees back together. So however you can get that foot up there, whichever way works for you, coming to standing on your right leg, holding your left foot up to your butt cheek. Right arm extending long, straighten the standing leg, and then hinging from the hips, coming into a beautiful dancer's pose, lifting that left leg up behind you, reaching the right arm long. Keep pulling the foot up higher. If you fall out of it, just come back into it again. Trying to straighten the standing leg, trying to lift that left leg up higher, reach that right arm further. Another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Woo. Coming to the other side. One side is always harder and one side easier. I think this is my weak side. So again, however you can get your foot to your hand and then bring the knees together. Left arm reaches. Straightening the standing leg, leaning forwards, lifting that right leg up. Finding your balance here. Can you come a little further forwards? Can you lift that right leg a tiny bit higher? Beautiful, beautiful dancing pose. Amazing. Reaching for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Give the legs a shake, give the arms a shake. And our final standing balance, our coconut tree, which will still be Christmas tree for today, because I still got my Christmas tree up. So coming to standing, feet roughly hip width apart, or a little bit wider if that makes it that bit more comfortable for you. See what works best. Bringing hands to heart center. Lift the kneecaps, straighten the legs, interlace fingers, pushing palms away and lifting them up, biceps to the ears. Look at something in front of you that doesn't move as you start to come up onto the balls of your feet. And then keep lifting up higher, coming more onto your toes and just the very top of the ball of your feet. Can you straighten your arms, biceps to your ears? Can you pull the shoulders down and away from your ears? Can you pull your belly button up and in? My ankles are super wobbly today. Can you grow just another 2 millimeters? 3. Push the hands up further. Another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Releasing the hands, releasing the heels, and just give yourself a nice little shaky dance move and come back onto your mat. We just got a couple more sun salutary type things to do before we bring it down, coming down to the mat. So big toes touching, heels apart, arms by the side. Inhaling out and up. Exhale, swan dive, hands in front of the feet. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, step or jump back to your plank. Knees, chest, chin or chaturanga. Cobra or up dog, and meeting in downward facing dog. Looking forward, step the left foot close to behind your left hand. Bring your right hand to your hip and step the right foot in a little bit. We're coming to half moon. If you've got a yoga block and you want to use it, you can have it by your left hand. If you haven't got a yoga block, just have your fingers on the mat. See how that goes. So starting to lift that back leg, lifting it up, coming to standing, looking down towards your left hand. Then start to lift the right arm perhaps. Work on straightening that standing leg. And you can stay here if you want to take it further. Imagine there's an orange rolling on the floor underneath your eyes across to the other side of the mat, and then rolling across the floor a little bit. And then it's going to start lifting up into the air. Follow with the gaze as you come to looking straight in front of you in your beautiful half moon. Beautiful. Straightening that standing leg a fraction more. And then release it down, coming up to standing. Nice. And then we're just going to turn the other way. If you're using your block, bring it with you to the other side. And we're going to get ready for our half moon pose on the other side. Left hand to left hip, stepping the left foot in a tiny bit. Looking down towards the mat, holding the block or just with your hand, coming to put your weight on your right foot, lifting left leg. Right hand coming down to the block or to the mat. Get your standing balance here, straighten the standing leg, then lift the left arm up, fingers to the ceiling. Then imagine that orange rolling along the floor. Follow slowly with your gaze. Don't rush it. And then as it travels up the wall until you're looking straight out in front of you, can you stack your left shoulder over the right, the left hip over the right in your beautiful half moon pose? Breathing here. And then soften the knee, coming back up to standing, and bring yourself mat width. Toes are out, heels are in, hands into heart center. We're going to come down to a squat. So you might need to adjust your feet as you come down. So sitting in that invisible chair, knees tracking out over your feet as you come down, and then elbows inside the knees. Bringing the knees nice and wide, hands to heart center. And we're just going to pause here for a few breaths. Relax the tops of the shoulders, sinking down, close your eyes, and just let your hips ease into this. This is so good for your hips as we get older too. We lose the knack of being able to sit like this. Breathe. And then bringing your hands behind you, lower your bottom and bring your legs out long in front of you. Give them a nice bash. Move the flesh away from your sits bones. You can use the strap. If you know you can't catch your toes in a forward fold, use the strap. If you can, then don't use the strap. Inhaling, arms out and up, but pull the shoulders down. Pull your belly button up and in. And it's a hinge from the hips. Don't round your back. Coming halfway, pause. And then a little wavy motion from side to side. And then reach the arms as far forward as they will go, taking hold on ankles, feet, or the strap. Pull your spine nice and straight on the inhale. As you exhale, lower the elbows and nose heading down to knees. Breathing here. Relaxing down. Inhale, lift the head, walk hands back up your legs. Hands either side, fingers pointing forwards. Point your toes away from you as you lift up, reversing your plank. Pausing here, really point the toes, clench your butt cheeks, lift those hips. So another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the hips. Inhale, arms up, pull the toes towards you. And exhale, forward fold, nose to knees. Couple of breaths here, trying to get your nose closer to knees. You can micro bend the knees if it makes it more comfortable, but working towards straight legs. On your next inhale, walk the hands up your legs, hands either side, fingers forward. As we lift up, reverse plank. Clench those butt cheeks. Lift the hips for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Lower the bottom, release the hands, bending the knees. Bring the soles of the feet together for cobbler pose. Draw the heels in, and then maybe give your butterfly wings a little flutter. Relaxing. We're coming close to the end now. We're taking it down a notch. Hopefully you're all feeling nice and warm. And then coming to halfway on your mat, knees are bent, hands behind the thighs, shoulders up, back and down as we lift up, preparing for Navasana, boat pose. Releasing the arms or alternating one arm at a time if it's too much. Reach the arms but shoulders away from ears. Spread your fingers, holding a gigantic goblet of something delicious. Draw the knees in a bit closer to your chest. Breathing here for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Don't put the feet down. Bring the knees wide. Grab your big toes. And coming to your straddle, your balancing bear. So pull the toes in as much as you can. Straighten the legs as much as you can. If you roll backwards, you get a lovely back massage. Draw the shoulders down. Pull that belly button up and in. And just breathe here. Finding your balance. And then slowly bring the legs together. Catch behind the thighs and bring yourself down to the mat. Draw the knees in, give them a squeeze. A little rock from side to side, massaging your back. And then bring the right foot on the mat. Cross the left ankle over the right knee and let the left leg pull the right leg over to the left. And then let go. Let the leg sink down. Turn your head in the opposite direction. And you should feel a really nice stretch down the right rib cage, the waist, the hip, the thigh perhaps. It should feel good. And actively let go of your legs and your hips. Just try and relax all your lower body muscles, deepening the stretch. And to come out of it, pull that belly button up and in to bring the legs up to center. Uncross legs, right ankle over left knee. Legs go to the right, head turns to the left. And again, try and let go of everything below the waist. Just let the muscles melt down, sink down. Deep, slow, even breaths here. I'm afraid it's going to be a short Shavasana because I've run over time a little bit. Please forgive me. Using your core, bringing your legs upright, uncrossing the legs and setting up for your short but blissful Shavasana. Legs to the corners of the mat, arms by your side, palms facing up. Give your hips just a little waggle, your shoulders a little waggle, and then sink down. Close your eyes and just breathe. Relax the shoulders, the arms. Relax your feet and your legs. Breathing here. Just a few more breaths. And then slowly circling fingers, toes, wrists and ankles. Sliding the legs together. Inhale the arms up long overhead.
Take a full body stretch. And then draw one knee into the chest, the other knee in. Give them a squeeze before rolling onto your side. Pressing up to your comfortable cross-legged seat, bringing the hands to your heart center. Inhale the hands to the third eye. Back to heart center and namaste. Thank you so much for joining me in our first class of 2024.